Feeling lost, uninspired, or like you're always going through the same thing? Do you ever think about why some people seem to have a clear aim in life while others have a hard time finding their way? Miyamoto Musashi, a famous samurai, thought that knowing your why, your inner reason for going after your goals, made you stronger. We'll show you the powerful steps you need to take to find your meaning and change your life in this video. Reason 1. Reflect on your passions. Passion is what lights the fire of purpose. Without it, life is dull and full of tasks that don't mean anything. To find your why, you need to think about the things that give you life. What gets you excited? What is something you love to do even if there is no reward? Being good with a sword was more than just a skill for Musashi. It was a way of life. He trained hard all the time, not for money or fame, but because he believed in the way to become perfect in himself. Do nothing that is useless, he said one time. We need to let go of things that aren't helping us reach our goals and focus on what really drives us. Take a moment to think. What do you do that makes time fly by? What kinds of problems do you enjoy solving? How do you automatically become interested in things? Often, our childhood dreams can help us figure out what we really want to do with our lives. But as we get older, fear, society, and obligations pull us away from them. Take away the outside pressures and listen to your inner voice to get back in touch with your drive. Once you know what you're passionate about, feed it. Allow it to become the basis of your goal. When you live your life around what you love, every problem turns into a chance to do something great. Reason 2. Examine your struggles. Your problems aren't just problems. They're lessons that are shaping you and showing you what your mission is. Miyamoto Musashi fought many fights, both on the battlefield and inside himself. He knew that hardship and pain were required for growth. You can only fight the way you practice, he said one time. This means that every problem you face makes you stronger for a bigger goal. Think about the hard times you've been through. What problems have made you who you are? What kind of pain did you get over? What did you learn? Pain often shows us how strong we really are. It may give people who are insecure a sense of purpose to help others gain confidence. People who have lost someone or something may spend their whole lives rebuilding and making connections. Musashi's ideas teach us to see problems as steps toward success. Instead of being angry about your problems, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? When you understand your problems, you can see clearly what you need to do. People often find their why in the pain they've been through. Use the things that are hard for you to push you toward your goal. Reason 3. Define your core values. Musashi followed a strict set of rules that gave him direction in everything he did. Respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help was one of the most important things he taught. This means being able to rely on yourself and always believing in your ideals. Your beliefs are what your why is built on. They tell you what to do, shape your personality, and affect how you get through life. To list your most important values. Find times when you were truly happy and content. What were you doing at those times? Think about times when you didn't feel good. What ideals were being broken? Think about the traits that you admire in other people and why they speak to you. Honesty and ethics may be very important to some people. For some, freedom and imagination may be the most important things in their lives. Whatever your beliefs are, live by them wholeheartedly. It's easy to make choices when your life is in line with your values. It becomes clearer what you want to do. The most important thing is that you build a strong sense of who you are. Musashi thought that the first step to success was to understand oneself. If you follow your values, your mission will come to you on its own. Reason 4. Visualize your ideal future. Miyamoto Musashi had a clear mind. He didn't just respond to what was going on, he planned for it. She knew that every warrior had to picture success in their mind first before they could actually achieve it. He said in his writing, "The real science of martial arts is to train them in a way that makes them useful at all times." This is true for life in general, not just war. Before you can live with meaning, you need to be able to see where you're going. You give your mind a plan to follow when you picture your dream future. You can't just have broad goals for success. You have to be very specific about them. Close your eyes and think about what kind of person you want to become. Where do you live? How does your daily life look like? What is it about your job that makes you happy? How do you change other people's lives? Your drive grows stronger as you picture your future more clearly. Your brain doesn't tell the difference between what you're imagining and what is real. It just goes with the pictures that are most important to you. If you think about failing all the time, you will unconsciously do things that make you fail. But if you picture yourself thriving, making a difference, and living a meaningful life, your actions will automatically match that picture. Musashi knew that visualizing wasn't just an idle thing to do. It was getting ready in your mind for truth. He trained as if he were already in battle to make sure he was ready for the real one. You need to do the same thing. Imagine who you will be in the future, and then act like you are already that person. Be sure of yourself when you walk and talk, and make choices that will help you build the future you want. When you can always see where you are going, your why becomes solid. And nothing can stop you from reaching your goal if you really believe in it. Reason 5. Align your goals with purpose. A lot of people set goals based on what other people think they should do instead of what they really want. They want money, fame, or praise, but when they get it, they feel empty. You should not get caught up in small things. Miyamoto Musashi said, "Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world." In other words, if your goals are only about getting something for yourself, they won't really make you happy. On the other hand, purpose-driven goals give your actions meaning and make sure that the things you accomplish make you feel very good. Ask yourself, why do I want this goal? To make sure your goals are in line with your mission. If your answer comes from outside support, you might want to think again. If it fits with your ideals and passions, go after it with all your heart. Does this goal help something greater than myself? Musashi thought that he should serve a bigger cause, whether that was mastering his craft, getting better at his discipline, or teaching others. It will always feel better to reach a goal that helps other people. Will I keep going after this goal even if things get hard? Goals with a purpose can survive hardship. If you really want to reach your goal, failures won't stop you. They'll help you grow. Making a purpose filter for your goals is one way to make sure they are aligned. Before you make a new plan, ask yourself these 3 things. Does this fit with what I believe in? Will this make you happy in the long run? If no one else agreed, would I still go ahead with this? If the answer is yes, you can move forward with faith. Musashi had a clear goal in life and never wasted time on things that weren't important. He knew that the biggest wins in life come from having a strong cause, not just wanting to get ahead. If you align your goals with your real calling, you won't feel like you have to work hard to be successful. Reason 6. Serve others. Miyamoto Musashi was more than just a fighter. He was also a teacher, a philosopher, and a strategist. He fought many duels in his life, but he finally learned that real mastery wasn't about beating other people. It was about making them better. In his later years, Musashi spent all of his time teaching others what he had learned. This change from focusing on personal success to making a difference is a strong lesson. Helping others is the only way to truly be happy. A lot of people think that meaning is about what we can do for ourselves, but the truth is that it has a lot to do with how we affect the world around us. The best leaders, warriors, and thinkers all knew that what they did for others, not what they did for themselves, was what they left behind. Giving to others doesn't mean you have to forget about yourself. It means making a difference for the better by using your skills, experiences, and information. Your purpose will feel more important when it goes beyond yourself. This could be mentoring someone, sharing your knowledge, or just being there for them. Think about what skills or experiences you have that can help other people. How can I use my problems to help others and give them hope? Who in my life needs my help right now? Musashi's ideas tell us that the way to become great is to serve others. The way is in training, he said one time. In other words, mastery is a path that lasts a lifetime, and the best way to grow is to help others grow. Focusing on making a difference instead of getting something for yourself makes life more meaningful and strong. Real masters, real fighters, and real leaders all know this. Success without service is meaningless. But if you live for something bigger than yourself, you leave behind a legacy that changes not only your own life but also the lives of those around you. Reason 7. Take consistent action. Being committed to your why is much harder than finding it in the first place. There are a lot of people with hopes and dreams, but not many who consistently work to make them come true. Miyamoto Musashi was a man who got things done. He didn't just study swordsmanship, he lived it every day. He practiced non-stop, getting better, learning new tricks, and going beyond what he thought was possible. His way of thinking was clear. Once you have set your goals, don't waste time idling or thinking. If you want to change your life, you have to have this attitude. Once you know what your goal is, you have to take disciplined steps every day toward it. People who win are consistent, while people who just want to succeed are not. People make a mistake when they wait for the perfect moment to begin. They think they need more information, better tools, or a more direct way. Musashi, on the other hand, taught that waiting is not real. You can only grow if you do something now. Start small, but do something today. Write one page, make one movie, or share one lesson if you want to inspire other people. Start saving money, trading, or learning about business if your goal is to be financially free. It's okay to take small steps. Getting things going is important. A lot of people give up when things get hard, but Musashi saw loss as a chance to learn, not as a setback. You must understand that there are various ways to reach the peak of the mountain, he wrote. This means you should try something else if the first one doesn't work and keep going. Being consistent doesn't mean doing the same thing over and over again without thinking about it. It means learning, growing, and staying committed even when things get hard. Drive changes, but discipline stays the same. Making habits that support your cause is the key to long-term success. Make a daily plan that helps you reach your goals. Keep track of your progress and force yourself to follow through. Musashi followed a strict set of rules, which made him impossible to stop. If you do something every day, even if it's just a little, you will see effects over time. Your goal will go from being a dream to a reality. Don't give up, be patient, and accept the process. You can make changes in your life right now. Will you do it today?